Now we are live. Yeah, so what is upcycling? Upcycling is a creative process of converting old items into better use. Like if you look at this image, this is actually plastic converted into art. So the idea is to convert a lower or a material that is not usable into something better that is more valuable. So you're the what there is up, so the value is increasing from what it used to be before into something better. So you are giving the product a new value than what it was previously. Upcycling can be described as a sustainable act of producing new items from old ones without degrading the quality and composition of the material. Within during this our short lecture, I will show us samples of material that has been upcycled, and I'm sure during your research, um, we saw samples of materials converted from waste into value. Somebody in particular highlighted this lady in Ibadan that converts plastic bags, that is sachet water, into in Nigeria. Yeah, the lady in Ibadan that converts plastic sachet into very beautiful quality bags. And it's just one of you, the greenies, highlighted, and I was like, okay, you guys did your research very well. So within this our lecture would look into products that we ourselves as greenies can do, or how we can manage waste and create value. Yeah, so first of all, we're looking at the differences between upcycling and recycling. It might, for those that are new to this, it might sound similar, but they are not. They are entirely different. Upcycling and recycling are both methods of reusing materials, but they differ in their processes and the outcomes. Recycling involves breaking down used materials into newer forms. That is like, let me give you a sample of the usual way of recycling plastic bottles, these PET bottles, like the bottled water we drink, the soda. The usual ways of recycling them is by breaking them into bits, into pieces, then starting the formation process from scratch. That is basically what recycling is about. Say, for example, plastic bottles are melted down to produce new plastic, while upcycling creatively reuses items or materials in their current state to create new products of higher values or quality. Okay, on now my document here, I'm highlighting the conversion of old tires into furniture. I don't know if you've seen something like this, where old tires are cleaned, they're polished. Then when they come out, they'll be there's the way you attach these legs to them. I think they call them, they're also called like ottomans. I think so, yeah. So the legs that are attached, it is from a a useless tire, like say, then converted into furniture. Then the value, what the value brings them is now, it was once a tire, but now it is a furniture. And obviously, when you are buying a furniture, the price is it's kind of um higher. So the value, the product the product new outcome is already determining the value that is placed on it. So um that's simply what the upcycling is about. So recycling transforms materials into new forms, often at a lower quality, while upcycling repurposes them creatively, adding value. Both practices aim to reduce waste and promote sustainability. Yes, we are the usual idea between both practices, both upcycling and recycling, is to reduce waste and to promote sustainability. Yeah, if you are recycling, you are reducing the amount of waste going to your dump site, your waste bin, and you're creating new products. That's recycling. But upcycling, You are converting that old product into new products. At the same time, you're still reducing whatever is going into um whatever is going into the dump site and your waste bin. So currently, I have no idea why we are just 40 on the call. So please, let us go to our individual GSAG and ask them to come for this lecture. Attendance is being taken. Without your attendance, there is no graduation. Without graduation, there's no certificate. So please tell your colleagues to join the call, please. Thank you. So these are samples of converting plastic bottles into value. So these are normally on the left hand side, you can see used PET bottles. On the right hand side, this is an upcycled Christmas tree. Do you know how much Christmas tree costs during festive season? So uh, just imagine you are now, first of all, you are saving cost of buying a new tree. Then you're now creating value from the waste you have in your dustbin into a Christmas tree. So you're like solving like two, three problems at the same time and creating more value. This is another sample of used can bottles. This is converted from so after drinking and disposing, somebody is picking up this waste and converting to a seat. Aside the beauty of the cans, now you have comfort, you have a seat. So this might not only be used for indoor purposes, they can also be used as a form of an attraction for people in public spaces, like in for outdoor. So now if you want to buy this, just imagine how much it costs. It's not cost like the normal amount it costs a chair, a furniture chair to get. So that's where the upcycling comes in. These are those samples of of upcycling. So now what are the benefits of upcycling? Like I mentioned earlier, there are the environmental benefits. First of all, you are reducing the amount of waste in the environment. You are reducing the amount of waste heading to the dump site. You are contributing to a cleaner and a better environment. What are the economic value? You are directly improving your pocket. You are directly increasing your pocket. As soon as a product value is increased, is better, there is definitely increase in the monetary aspect. So you are benefiting financially, also in the environment. Also, energy efficiency. Um, Conversion of these materials into value conserve energy. Now, there are ways of the recycling process, the upcycling process. My apologies. Converts this waste into um, and there. I'm looking for the right words to use right now. Okay, normally it's the amount of energy it takes to create new products won't be considered again because the new product has already been made. So you're upcycling that product into something better. Okay, let me explain that again. It is energy efficient in the sense that we are no longer creating product from scratch like recycling. No, we are already creating a new product from what is already available. So it is reducing the energy that it takes to produce new products. So one of the benefits of upcycling. Then the creative and the unique product, obviously, based on the designs, all upcycled products, all upcycled products always have this distinctive, unique feature.
Hi everyone. I'm sure you're enjoying your lectures. I think our presentation is having some issues, so I will just give Jisam Rodney some time to figure out his network, and we'll get back to the lectures. So in the meantime, you can try and rename your devices. I'm seeing a lot of random names in the chats. Please rename your devices and give yourself the appropriate name so that your attendance can be properly done. Please confirm you can hear me. Okay, thank you, thank you. So let's try and get Jisamroni back. So while we're waiting for Jisam Rodney to get back on track, I would like to see in the chats what we've learned so far. What do you know about upcycling? Why do you think upcycling is good to your understanding of everything we're going to be doing in the academy, having a sustainable lifestyle? Jisam Rodney, can you hear me now? Thank you, thank you. I see all the messages in the
Okay,
chat.
yes,
Very
thank you.
interesting.
Thank you, Jisam Chris. Thank you. Thank you so
All right,
much.
we can continue.
Yes, my apologies for that. I think I had a bit of technical issues. So quickly, let's run this up. So we're talking about the benefit of upcycling. I ended with the creative and the unique product that it's, which is the final outcome from each of our from the process. So now let's go to the examples of upcycling. Yeah, I don't know if you have seen samples of old bags, so of old shirts converted to tote bags. Um, there's this technique that's done. It's actually online. But it's currently not on my slide. My apologies for that. Where a shirt is converted into a bag, like jeans, that is old jeans, they are upcycled into something better. And when those better products are available, they are the value is now better. So from the old jeans that you cannot buy into a new bag that will be very attractive. This is still linking back to the benefit of upcycling. So there are samples again of converting shirts into yarns, which can be made into carpets. Yeah, there are so many samples online where you see some carpets made from used bags, even carpets made from polyethylene, that is like sachet nylon. I think they call it, they have different way they call it in different parts of Nigeria and Africa. Some people call it leather. Like they are cut into lengthy stripes, and they are now intertwined, forming very solid carpets. Where old bathtubs are converted into seats. Then you saw the samples of cans converted into chairs. Then there's also the ottoman where pet bottles are converted into stools where you can sit, and it's almost like a mobile kind of seat. So these are like the examples of upcycling and several others you guys listed on your GSAT, which I genuinely acknowledge and appreciate. So now as we round up, upcycling is a creative process of turning trash into treasure, and it is basically making positive impact on the planet. It is sustainable, it is resourceful, and it is making a difference. Every upcycled item is a step towards reducing waste. We're conserving resources by not recycling, and we're protecting Mother Earth. So, are you ready to make a difference? We're going to start our journey of upcycling right in this academy. So please get prepared. With the examples you've seen online, I'm sure your mind has been charged. You have seen things that can be done with waste. So please get prepared because we're going to put that to test. We're going to test all of you, and I'm sure we'll get beautiful product. I'm hoping we get very beautiful products. Please, can I see some reactions giving me that assurance of getting good product, of upcycling good product? Please let me see your reactions. Do you have a deal? I'm seeing those few years. Is a deal okay? Sanusi Bilal, I'm holding on to your words. Oh. Yes, it's a deal, please. So we have a very short poem by one of our GSAMs. He composed it, and I would like to read this for us. Read this to us. Apologies. Then we call it a night. Then we go for our second session. So let's go. A second change for Earth. A second chance for Earth. My apologies. So we fill the Earth with trash and waste. Ignore the treasure we displaced. Forgive us, nature, we didn't know that trash could bloom and treasures grow. Now eyes are open, hearts awake. We see the paths we need to take. We would mend, we would fix, we would breathe new life, a world where waste can innovate. Old jars become a lantern light. T-shirts transform, a bag takes flight. Tires hold flowers, pallets a chair. Each product whispers, waste no more. We would shout it loud, we spread the call to neighbors, strangers, one and all, to heal the hurt, to make it right. We'll turn the dark to shining light. Okay, a round of applause to Jisam Anu Alubin for this beautiful piece. Let's appreciate him, please. Let me see those emojis. This is beautiful. I'm not seeing any reaction. I don't really like this. Come on. Yeah, okay, beautiful. Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Thank you for this, for joining. Thank you for reaching out to your colleagues to join. Yeah, I think we increased from our previous number. Thank you. Thank you. I would also want to invite our founder of Blogging Nigeria, which is no other person than Mr. Michael Iya Omolere, to just talk to us briefly before we head back to our class. Please let's give a round of applause to our founder, Chief Mayokon. Thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir.
All right. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jisam Rodney. Thank you very much. And thank you for this session. Wonderful session. Good. Hi, everyone, to the greenies on the call. I hope you're doing well. My name is Mayo Kunyao Molere. Rodney, after all these years, you are still murdering my name. No wahala. Well done. It's a pleasure to speak with you all this evening. I'm really happy that you all are still a part of this course, despite all the many things that has happened from day one till now. So kudos to you guys. Please celebrate yourself, like clap for yourself virtually. No, not even virtually, like drop your phone, like drop your, if you are writing, drop your phone, clap for yourself, like clap for yourself. And you know how they do it in school, back for myself, because it takes a lot of sacrifice to remain in this academy, as you guys should have seen. I know that even some physical classes that you have been part of did not stress you as much. So kudos to you, well done. And it's amazing to see that you are on your way to becoming part of the 20 to 25% that usually graduate from the academy. Since we started this academy in 2019, we have had over 10,000 applicants from like many countries. And usually about 20 to 25% graduate. So you are on your way to becoming a part of the 1/4 of people that apply for the academy. It's no easy feat. So you should really be proud of yourself. You should be proud of your commitment, your sacrifice, your efforts to wanting to learn under this kind of stringent conditions for the environment. So thank you once again, Gisa, Rodney, for the session. I just want to engage us briefly, very briefly, to say 9 p.m. or maybe 9:05. So we have learned about recycling and upcycling tonight, and I want to ask a question. Please, our hosts, it would be good if you can allow people that raise their hands to comment to speak. So I want to ask a question and I want us to answer. Not if you want to type in the chat room, yeah, fine, but I would like 1 or 2 or 3 persons to speak. Now, you've learned about upcycling, you've learned about recycling. First question is, which one do you think is more sustainable? Is it upcycling or recycling? Which one do you think is the most sustainable option, recycling or upcycling? So, if you want to speak, you can raise your hand. I really like 1 or 2 persons to speak. So raise your hand, and then the admin will let you speak. I'll call your name before you speak, please, because I still have 2 other questions I want to ask. Okay, Sanusi, do you want to speak?
Yes.
Okay, so Sanusi, in 30 seconds,
Yes, sir.
upcycling or recycling, and why?
Okay.
Why
Thank
your
you very
choice?
much, sir. I will prefer upcycling because upcycling will require less resources. While talking of recycling, you have to use some materials may at the which may also at the long way require the use of other resources, bringing about another effect to the ecosystem.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, thank you very
So
much for that.
upcycling is more
Okay,
sustainable.
thank you. Let me take a lady. Favor Nwanchukwu, are you? Yeah, you should be a lady. I think, I suspect, I guess, from your picture. So, Favor, let's have
Yes.
you.
Okay. In my take, it's upcycling because most times you don't even need machines, because at the end of the day, recycling needs machine that at the end of the day you end up producing fossil fuels and gases. But most times in upcycling, you just need sometimes a gun tacker, spray bottles, can, gums. So in my take, it's upcycling that is more sustainable.
Okay, thank you, Favor. Is anybody going to pick recycling? Is anybody supporting recycling over upcycling? Let me see the chat room in case. Everybody is selecting upcycling. It's not sustainable. Upcycling, upcycling, upcycling. Miriam Majoke says no. So nobody is supporting. If you are for recycling, can you raise your hand? Oh, hands are raised. Oh, somebody is saying recycling. Let me see. Abubakar Moizat, do you want to explain why you think recycling is more sustainable?
Okay, good evening, sir. While
Yeah.
I do agree that upcycling is easier and it takes less resources, the question here is actually sustainability. And when it comes to sustainability, it's not just about us greenies, it's about every other person in the globe. Which one do we think they'll want to have in their house? Which chair do you think um an ordinary Nigerian want to have in their house? Is it one that's made of metallic can, or one in which the metal was actually broken down into pieces and plastic was broken down into pieces and something new was made out of it? I think for sustainability and shall I say adaptability and for basically for it to survive, I think recycling is better. It's one thing for us to have a lot of upcycled materials, but are people going to carry these upcycled trees, Christmas trees, into their house? Because at the end of the day, if we produce a lot of these upcycled things and they don't carry it into their house, they're going to become waste also. So it's just going to be a bit counterintuitive. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Moizat. If I get you correctly, you sound like some things that we do for upcycling are for show. And then we may not be able to actually use them as we would use recycled items or products. Does that summarize your submission?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for that. Um, I, I hope you guys are not expecting me to say this one is more sustainable than the other. Have you guys done the class on the hours of waste management, where you spoke a conversation about the hours of waste management? Have you had that class yet? I think you should have solid waste management and all that. Yes, you have. Okay. So what are the R's that you learned from that session in the order that they were taught? Does anybody remember? Reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, was it just those three that you were told about? Reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, let's even stay on this three. So from these three, where will upcycling fall into? Reduce or reuse? Definitely not recycling. Where will it fall into? Upcycling. We fall under reuse. Okay. Yeah. And some persons will call it repurpose, and all the many other things all the many other R's that you would have. So yeah, I'll just wrap up now. On the scale, if we are going to say we have an hypothetical scale for sustainability, so upcycling is the most sustainable option than recycling, because yes, like some of us have mentioned, it does not involve virgin materials, production processes. It involves minimum material usage, and you can just give value to some waste items, whether you are you're just maintaining value, you're keeping the items longer. So, but like Mizat said, we need to start thinking beyond upcycling as just a model, as just for show. Because ultimately, if we upcycle items that cannot be used for everyday activities, that cannot be used by people, then it's really not sustainable in the real sense of it. The whole idea is to keep waste items, to give them life, to extend their life beyond the point where when we have identified them as waste. We want to extend their life cycle before they get into the waste bin or waste depot or wherever. So I'm saying this because I know you are going to do an upcycled assignment or you're already on it. But beyond this academic, if upcycling is something that interests you, while yeah, there's the part of let me do this so that I can show people what is possible, what we can do with waste. We should also be thinking about the usability of whatever you are going to create through upcycling, because the best form of sustainability is something that has use for people, something that people really find value in and would want to part with their resources for. So, and they have to be, I mean, if I can go to the market and buy something that I can use and that will serve me, and it's more beautiful, it's more aesthetically pleasing and appealing than what is made through upcycling, then if people are not accepting upcycled items, then it reduces the sustainability of it. But thankfully, from the examples that Jason Rodney has given this evening and from many people doing upcycling out there are many products that are being made from waste materials that are very aesthetically appealing. So, in all you're doing, in all your thoughts, in every effort you want to make about upcycling, think about the usability of it for people. Because if at the end of the day, people are not able to value it and find use in whatever you are creating, even if we say it's more sustainable on paper, in the real sense of it, it may not be. So let's think beyond upcycling as just something to do, as just anything to do to just make sure that we are not throwing waste away. Have you guys submitted your upcycling assignments yet? Have you submitted the project you were told to do? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I'm not seeing any comments. Yeah, is it yes or no? Not yes, so it has not been submitted. Great. So thankfully, all I've said should apply. Now, before you submit your assignment, we've had cases in the past where people come and submit. Which one is correct? Some people are saying yes, some people are saying okay, no. We have had cases in the past where people will just cut water, but a bottled water, put their toothbrush inside, put their pen inside, and say, I've upcycled a plastic bottle to a pen holder or something. No, we don't want stuff like that. We want you to think beyond the quickest and the most regular thing to do. We want you to create something that would actually wow. So imagine you are going to show somebody a cut plastic bottle and say, this is upcycling. You want to teach them about upcycling and how it is important for waste management. They will not take you seriously. But when you take time to create something that is actually appealing aesthetically, and that, upon just citing it, it will scream value, it would emit value, then people would appreciate it more, and you can use that as a better talking point to educate people. So in the assignments that you are working on, please put in more efforts. Again, upcycling is more sustainable than recycling. Yes, granted. But the real sustainability is that whatever we are creating with upcycling is of true value and can be used and can be appealing and can make people want to part with resources to support sustainability. So don't do a shabby assignment. Don't do a shabby project. I'll be on the lookout in your group to see what people will submit. That your submissions are going to be amazing and are going to be wowing. So nice chat with everybody this evening, and I hope that on Saturday that all of us on this call and others on the group will remain and would have you graduating from the academy. I mean, you've come this far, so you can't fall out now. Kudos to you guys, and please enjoy the rest of the session tonight. Gisam, Rodney, back to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this beautiful insight. Greenies, please let's give a round of applause to our founder of Plugin Nigeria and the Green Switch Academy. Please let's give a round of applause. Let's appreciate him for his presence and his beautiful words. Now we've reiterated this twice. There'll be a project on upcycling in this court, in this same academy. Please, we are going to infuse all of these ideas we've gotten, all of these words from our founder, and all of the lectures I've given. Please, we're going to infuse it into our project. Please. So we're going to move into our second session of the night. I assure you won't take too much time. It's a very quick debate. So let's quickly run back to our our academic group, and let's round up for the night. Please, thank you all for joining. I really appreciate all of you guys. And let's move quickly. Thank you.